Each series has its own original plot, which always surprises and interests the audience. Because they know how to capture us in the whirlpool of events and in the web of the most incredible intertwining of the fates of the characters from the very first minutes. Thanks to the series, man every night can rest his soul, distract from the bustle, relax, so they enjoy the love of a large number of people. Indeed, the series has a lot of advantages. And while watching it, you can find out what the characters are striving for, what pushes them to commit certain actions, and what their emotions are caused by this or that action. The answers to these questions will be given by the upcoming episode, which many viewers are eagerly waiting for. However, the writers themselves are also looking forward to the episode's release, to see the feedback and to see if most viewers like their idea and implementation. According to official sources, the new episode will be released in the very near future. The premiere show is scheduled for April 7th. A promising episode can please all viewers with its incredible and thoughtful plot. It remains to hope that the creators of such a series will not fail, and we will have a happy opportunity to enjoy a beautiful masterpiece of the genre. When you see your favorite actors on screen, you may wonder what they do all day on set. You might picture them sipping lattes in their trailers, getting touch-ups from makeup artists, or rehearsing lines with their co-stars. But the truth is, actors are busy creatures, and there's a lot more that goes into making a movie or TV show than meets the eye. First and foremost, actors spend a lot of time preparing for their roles. This means researching the character they'll be playing, studying the script, and getting into the mindset of the person they're portraying. They might meet with the director and other cast members to discuss their characters and the story as a whole, and work with coaches to perfect their accents, physical movements, or other skills that their roles require. Once filming starts, actors are on set for long hours, often arriving before dawn and leaving well after sunset. They might spend hours shooting a single scene, repeating the same lines and movements over and over again until the director is satisfied. In between takes, they might review their lines, grab a snack, or chat with their co-stars to build chemistry and camaraderie. But filming isn't all about the glamorous moments you see on screen. Actors also spend a lot of time waiting. They might wait for the lighting to be set up, the camera to be adjusted, or for other scenes to be filmed before theirs. This downtime can be frustrating, but it's a necessary part of the process. Actors use this time to rest, review their lines, or simply observe what's happening on set. In addition to filming, actors might also spend time promoting their projects. This could involve interviews with journalists, appearances on talk shows, or attending premieres and events to promote their work. These activities can be exhausting, but they're a crucial part of getting the word out about a new movie or TV show. Have you ever watched a film or TV show and found yourself completely immersed in the world on screen? The characters, the story, and the dialogue may all be important elements, but it's the scenery that can truly transport you to another place and time. Scenery is more than just a backdrop to the action. It's an essential part of the storytelling process, a visual representation of the world the characters inhabit. The right scenery can create a mood, evoke emotions, and add depth to the narrative. Imagine a Western without the sweeping vistas of the American frontier, or a sci-fi movie without the futuristic landscapes that transport you to another world. The scenery helps to create a sense of place and time, drawing you into the story and making you believe in the world on screen. But it's not just about creating a believable world. Scenery can also be used to add symbolism and meaning to the story. Think of the ominous, foreboding castle in a horror film, or the idyllic, sun-drenched countryside in a romantic comedy. These settings tell us something about the tone and themes of the story. Scenery can also be used to reflect the emotional state of the characters. A bleak, rainy landscape might mirror a character's sadness or despair, while a bright, sunny scene might indicate their happiness or hopefulness. One of the great things about scenery is that it can be used in so many different ways. It can be used to create tension, to set the mood, or simply to make a scene more visually interesting. The possibilities are endless. Of course, it's not just about what's on screen. The right soundtrack can enhance the scenery and bring it to life. The sound of waves crashing on a beach or the chirping of birds in a forest can create a sense of atmosphere that draws you further into the story. Movies have been a significant part of our culture for over a century, entertaining and transporting us to other worlds and times. However, many people argue that movies used to be better in the past, and it's hard to disagree with them. There's a certain charm and magic in classic movies that modern films seem to lack. One reason for this sentiment is that movies from the past had more depth and substance. Filmmakers used to focus more on storytelling, characters, and themes that resonated with audiences. They didn't rely solely on flashy special effects or big-name actors to sell tickets. Instead, they crafted compelling narratives that captivated viewers and left a lasting impression. Another reason is that the film industry was less commercialized back then. Studios took risks and allowed directors and writers to have more creative freedom, resulting in a diverse array of films with unique perspectives and styles. Nowadays, it seems that everything is formulaic, with studios churning out cookie-cutter movies designed to appeal to the widest possible audience. Furthermore, the technology of the past played a significant role in creating a sense of magic and wonder. Back then, filmmakers had to rely on practical effects and practical stunts, which required ingenuity and creativity to pull off. Nostalgia may also be a factor in why people say that movies used to be better. Classic movies evoke a sense of nostalgia for a time when life was simpler, and the world seemed more magical. We remember the movies of our childhood with fondness and view them through rose-colored glasses, making them seem better than they actually were. While modern films have their merits, it's hard to argue that they capture the same magic and charm as the movies of the past. Filmmaking is a collaborative process that involves many individuals, each with their own unique creative vision and input. While this can lead to amazing works of art, it can also result in conflicts between actors and directors during filming. The conflicts can start before the cameras even start rolling, during the pre-production stage. Directors have a clear idea of the story they want to tell and the characters they want to bring to life. However, actors may have their own interpretation of the characters they are playing, which may not align with the director's vision. This can result in disagreements about how the characters should be portrayed, from their physical appearance to their personality and mannerisms. Once filming begins, conflicts can arise over the direction of scenes. Directors may ask actors to deliver lines or perform actions in a certain way, but actors may not agree with the direction given. They may feel that their interpretation of the scene is more accurate or that the direction is not in line with their character's motivations. This can lead to tension and frustration on set, as both parties try to achieve their desired outcome. Another factor that can lead to conflicts is the actor's ego. Actors who have achieved success and acclaim may have a strong sense of self and their abilities. This can result in clashes with the director, who may feel that the actor is not following their vision or taking direction well. Similarly, directors may have a strong sense of their own creative vision, which can result in conflicts with actors who feel that their own ideas are not being taken seriously. Conflicts can also arise due to differences in working styles. Some actors may prefer to rehearse extensively before filming a scene, while others may prefer to improvise and work on the fly. Similarly, directors may have different approaches to filming, with some preferring to shoot multiple takes to capture a range of performances, while others prefer to shoot fewer takes and rely on post-production editing. While conflicts between actors and directors during filming can be difficult, they can also be constructive. When both parties are open to feedback and willing to compromise, conflicts can lead to a stronger, more nuanced final product. However, it's important for both actors and directors to communicate openly and respectfully, in order to prevent conflicts from becoming destructive or derailing the entire production. One often overlooked aspect of the production is sound recording, which plays a critical role in the final product. Capturing sound during filming is a delicate art that requires a skilled team of professionals. From the assistant operator who holds a microphone on a long pole to capture dialogue, to the sound mixer who balances the levels of different audio tracks, every member of the sound crew plays an important role. But capturing sound isn't always easy. Ambient noise, like the hum of an air conditioner or the whir of a passing plane, can interfere with dialogue. Actors who move around on set can create unwanted sounds that distract from the scene. And outdoor shoots can be particularly challenging, as wind, rain, and other elements can wreak havoc on audio quality. Despite these challenges, sound recording is an essential component of filmmaking. And thanks to advancements in technology, the process has become more precise and nuanced than ever before. From advanced microphones to sophisticated software, sound professionals have an array of tools at their disposal to capture the perfect audio. Indeed, sound recording is often an underappreciated aspect of filmmaking, but without it, the final product would be incomplete. The audio elements of a production can make or break a scene, with poorly recorded or mixed audio drawing the viewer out of the story and detracting from the overall experience. In addition to its importance in film and TV, sound recording also plays a crucial role in other forms of media, such as podcasts, video games, and virtual reality experiences. Each medium presents its own unique challenges, but the principles of sound recording remain the same, capturing and manipulating audio to create an immersive and engaging experience for the audience. Sound recording is not just a technical process, it is an art form that requires creativity, intuition, and a deep understanding of the emotional impact of sound. From the subtle rustling of leaves to the thunderous roar of an explosion, every sound has the power to evoke a particular emotion and enhance the story being told on screen. In a world where technology is constantly advancing, sound professionals must continue to adapt and innovate to keep up with the ever-changing demands of the industry. Their artistry and expertise may go unnoticed, but their contribution to the final product is immeasurable. Movies and TV shows have always been a powerful medium of storytelling and entertainment. But beyond their primary purpose, they also have the power to influence the behavior, opinions, and lifestyles of viewers in different parts of the world. From shaping political views to setting fashion trends, media has the ability to impact our lives in a myriad of ways. One of the most significant ways in which movies and TV shows influence viewers is by creating cultural icons and heroes. These characters become role models for viewers, shaping their values and attitudes towards different aspects of life. Another way in which media influences viewers is by shaping their perception of the world. News and current affairs programs have the power to sway public opinion on various issues, from political ideologies to social movements. Similarly, fictional movies and TV shows can also create stereotypes and prejudices that can influence the way viewers perceive different cultures and races. The impact of cultural icons and heroes extends beyond entertainment and can have real-world consequences. For instance, the representation of different cultures, races, and genders on screen can influence societal attitudes towards these groups. Positive representation can challenge stereotypes and promote empathy, while negative representation can perpetuate harmful biases and discrimination. Furthermore, cultural icons and heroes can also influence consumer behavior, particularly in the fashion and beauty industry. For instance, the popularity of a particular hairstyle, clothing item, or makeup trend on screen can lead to an increase in sales of these products. Similarly, the portrayal of certain lifestyles and values on screen can shape consumer choices, such as the decision to adopt a vegetarian or vegan lifestyle. Stuntmen in movies and TV shows are the unsung heroes of the entertainment industry. They are the ones who make the impossible possible, the ones who bring action sequences to life, and the ones who put their lives on the line to make sure the stars look good on screen. These individuals are highly trained professionals who undergo rigorous physical training and practice to ensure their safety during these daring feats. But stunt work isn't just about performing daring stunts. Stuntmen also play a crucial role in creating believable fight scenes. From the choreography to the execution, these individuals work tirelessly to ensure that the audience is fully immersed in the action on screen. Their work is so seamless that it's often hard to tell where the actor ends and the stuntman begins. Despite the incredible skill and bravery required for their work, stuntmen are often overlooked and underappreciated. They put their bodies on the line to create incredible moments of entertainment, but rarely receive the recognition they deserve. What they do is anything but easy. They spend hours, days, even weeks preparing for a single stunt, making sure every move is calculated and rehearsed to perfection. And when it comes time to perform, there's no room for error. Every stunt is a calculated risk. That's why stuntmen train rigorously and work with the best safety equipment available, from harnesses and padding to airbags and wires. But despite the risks, stuntmen love what they do. They have a passion for action and a love of adventure that drives them to push the limits of what's possible. In every great film or television series, there is always a cast of characters that we root for, admire, and identify with. But what about the characters that we hate? These are the negative characters, and they play an essential role in captivating audiences and keeping them on the edge of their seats. Negative characters are the antithesis of the hero. They are often the ones that create the tension and conflict in the story, whether it's through their scheming and manipulation, their aggression, or their twisted worldviews. And yet, we can't help but be fascinated by them. Perhaps it's because they represent a dark side of human nature that we are all capable of but rarely acknowledge. Or maybe it's simply the thrill of watching someone who operates outside of societal norms and rules. Regardless of the reason, negative characters have become an essential part of storytelling. What makes a great negative character? It's not just about being evil. The best negative characters are those that have depth and complexity, who we can understand on some level even if we don't agree with their actions. They have a backstory that explains their motivations, and their actions are often driven by a sense of desperation, pain, or trauma. They are fully fleshed out characters, not just cardboard cutouts designed to be booed at. Negative characters also provide an opportunity for actors to showcase their range and talent. Playing a villain or anti-hero allows actors to explore darker emotions and motivations that they might not get to explore in more traditional heroic roles. Playing a negative character can be a double-edged sword for actors. On one hand, it can be a great opportunity to showcase their range and talent, as well as to connect with audiences in a new and exciting way. On the other hand, it can also be difficult to shake off the negative associations that come with playing a villain or anti-hero. This phenomenon can be both a blessing and a curse for actors. On the one hand, it can help to establish their legacy and cement their place in popular culture. On the other hand, it can also limit their opportunities and make it difficult for them to be taken seriously in other roles. That's why it's so important for actors to carefully consider the types of roles they take on and to make sure they have a diverse range of characters in their portfolio. Ultimately, though, it's the mark of a truly great actor to be able to transcend their negative characters and create new and memorable performances that stand on their own. Just because an actor is associated with a particular role doesn't mean they can't break out of that mold and surprise audiences with something completely different. That's what makes the world of film and television so exciting and unpredictable. The actors are ready, but there's one crucial element missing: sound. Without sound effects, a movie or TV series can fall flat, leaving the audience feeling like something is missing. That's where the art of sound recording comes in. Recording sound effects for movies and series is a complex and fascinating process that involves a team of skilled professionals working together to create an immersive audio experience. These sound designers and Foley artists have the power to transport us to another world, to make us feel like we're right in the middle of the action. Imagine a scene where a character is walking through a forest. The rustling of leaves underfoot, the chirping of birds, the distant sound of a stream, all of these sounds must be carefully recorded and layered to create a realistic and immersive audio experience. Foley artists use a variety of props and equipment to recreate these sounds in a studio setting, from crunching celery to simulate the sound of breaking bones, to using a towel and a pair of shoes to create the sound of footsteps on different surfaces. But sound recording isn't just about creating realistic sound effects. It's also about using sound to convey emotion and tell a story. A simple piano melody can tug at our heartstrings, while a sudden blast of music can make us jump out of our seats. Sound effects can create tension, and even make us laugh. One of the most challenging aspects of recording sound effects for movies and series is capturing the sounds of real-life situations. Imagine trying to record the sound of a car crash or a thunderstorm. It's not exactly practical to wait around for these events to occur naturally. That's where sound designers come in, using a combination of recorded sounds and special effects to create the desired effect. The art of sound recording is constantly evolving, with new technologies and techniques emerging all the time. From the use of binaural recording, to the development of virtual reality sound design, the possibilities are endless. Moreover, sound effects are not limited to just adding realism or emotional depth to a scene. They can also be used to create a sense of time and place. For instance, the sound of a rotary phone dialing can transport us back to the past, while the crackling of vinyl can evoke the nostalgia of a bygone era. But despite these advancements, there is still a significant amount of skill and artistry involved in recording sound effects for movies and series. It takes years of practice and experience to master the art of Foley, to understand the physics of sound, and to know which microphone and recording techniques to use for different situations. It's no secret that even the best actors and actresses make mistakes during filming. Sometimes they forget their lines, or their costume malfunctions, or they simply trip and fall. And when these mistakes happen, they can create some of the most memorable and hilarious moments in cinematic history. They're the unexpected moments of hilarity that make us love our favorite movies and TV shows even more. From flubbed lines to tripping over props, bloopers can range from mild mishaps to full-blown disasters. But why do we love them so much? Perhaps it's because bloopers humanize our favorite actors and actresses. They remind us that even the most talented and polished performers are still susceptible to making mistakes. And let's face it, seeing them laugh, curse, or break character can be downright endearing. But bloopers aren't just a source of entertainment for viewers. They're also a valuable tool for filmmakers. By studying the mistakes that occurred during filming, directors and editors can identify areas where improvements can be made. And in some cases, bloopers can even inspire new scenes or dialogue that make it into the final cut. Of course, not all bloopers make it into the final cut. Some are simply too embarrassing or inappropriate to include. But thanks to the rise of DVD and Blu-ray releases, many bloopers that were once hidden away in the depths of studio archives are now readily available for fans to enjoy. Directors are the unsung heroes of the film industry. They are the visionaries who bring stories to life, transforming words on a page into captivating images on the big screen. But behind the glitz and glamour of Hollywood, lies a world of challenges and obstacles that directors must face during filming. One of the biggest difficulties directors face is managing the egos of actors. Some actors require special treatment or have specific demands that can be challenging to accommodate. Managing these personalities requires a delicate balance of diplomacy and tact, as well as strong leadership skills. Another challenge is dealing with the unpredictable nature of filmmaking. No matter how much planning and preparation goes into a project, unexpected obstacles can arise at any moment. Weather can change, equipment can fail, and accidents can happen. Directors must be able to think on their feet and come up with creative solutions to keep the production moving forward. Time is another enemy that directors must fight against. Shooting schedules are often tight, and there is always pressure to stay on track and within budget. This means that directors must be efficient with their time, making quick decisions and keeping a close eye on the clock. The technical side of filmmaking can also pose challenges for directors. They must work closely with the cinematographer to achieve the desired look and feel of the film. This requires a strong understanding of camera angles, lighting, and other technical aspects of filmmaking. Finally, directors must also manage the expectations of producers, investors, and other stakeholders. They must balance the creative vision of the film with the commercial realities of the industry. This means making difficult decisions and compromises that can impact the final product. Despite these challenges, the rewards of filmmaking are immeasurable. For directors, the opportunity to bring their creative vision to life is a dream come true. And for audiences, the chance to experience the magic of the movies is an unforgettable experience. There's something truly magical about going to a movie premiere at the cinema. From the moment you step inside, you can feel the anticipation in the air. It's as if everyone is waiting for something incredible to happen, and they know that they're in the right place to experience it. The walls are adorned with movie posters and bright, colorful lights flicker above your head. It's as if the cinema is preparing to transport you to a different world entirely. And as you make your way to your seat, you can't help but feel a sense of excitement bubbling up inside you. As the lights dim, you settle into your chair and allow yourself to be carried away by the magic of the big screen. Every detail, every sound, and every moment is designed to pull you deeper into the story unfolding before your eyes. And when the movie finally begins, you're completely swept away. You're no longer in a cinema, you're in a different world entirely. You're living and breathing the story along with the characters, feeling every emotion as if it were your own. But it's not just the movie itself that makes the experience so special. It's the shared sense of wonder and excitement that permeates the entire cinema. The gasps, the laughs, and the cheers all add to the experience, making it feel like a communal event. And when the movie finally ends, you're left feeling like you've been on a wild adventure. You leave the cinema feeling a sense of joy, wonder, and satisfaction. It's an experience unlike any other, and one that you'll always treasure. In a world where we're all so busy and distracted, going to a movie premiere offers a chance to slow down and reconnect with the magic of cinema. It's a reminder that stories can transport us, that movies can inspire us, and that shared experiences can bring us together. Welcome to the world of entertainment in the 21st century, where computer graphics have become an indispensable part of the filmmaking and TV industry. From the breathtaking landscapes to the realistic dinosaurs, computer graphics have revolutionized the way we tell stories on screen. But why has the use of computer graphics become so prevalent? Simply put, it's because they allow filmmakers to create things that are impossible or prohibitively expensive to do in real life. Want to show an alien invasion of Earth? With computer graphics, it's no problem. Want to recreate a historical event like the sinking of the Titanic? Computer graphics can help make it happen. But it's not just about creating things that are impossible in real life. Computer graphics can also help make things look more real. For example, imagine you're shooting a scene in a city, but it's too expensive to shut down streets and bring in all the people and cars you need for a realistic-looking shot. Computer graphics can also be used to create virtual sets, which can be used to film scenes in locations that are too dangerous or impractical to shoot in. With computer graphics, you can create a digital version of the city and add in all the people and cars you need, giving you a more convincing scene. Another reason why computer graphics are so prevalent is that they save time and money. In the old days, filmmakers would have to build elaborate sets and models to create their vision on screen. This would take a lot of time and resources. But with computer graphics, you can create everything you need digitally, which can save a lot of time and money. But despite the challenges, computer graphics have become an integral part of the entertainment industry, and it's hard to imagine a world without them. From epic battles to stunning visual effects, computer graphics have allowed us to tell stories in ways that were once impossible. When it comes to filming a movie or TV show, everything is planned out down to the smallest detail. Scripts are written and rehearsed, sets are designed and constructed, and actors are cast and costumed. However, even with all this planning, there is always room for improvisation. In fact, some of the most iconic moments in film and television history were the result of improvisation. The art of improvisation is a powerful tool in the hands of a skilled actor. But what exactly is improvisation, and how does it work on a film set? At its core, improvisation is the act of spontaneously creating something in the moment, without prior planning or preparation. In the context of acting, this might involve coming up with a new line of dialogue on the spot, reacting in an unexpected way to a scene partner, or even improvising an entire scene from scratch. Despite the challenges, many actors embrace the opportunity to improvise on set. For some, improvisation is a way to inject spontaneity and energy into their performances, while for others, it's a chance to push themselves creatively and take risks. The beauty of improvisation is that it can take many forms. Sometimes, it's a simple ad-libbed line that adds a touch of humor or pathos to a scene. Other times, it's an entirely new scene that arises from a moment of inspiration on set. And then there are those moments of pure chaos, when an actor goes off script, and everyone else has to scramble to keep up. But no matter what form it takes, improvisation is always thrilling to watch. It's a chance to see actors at their most creative and daring, pushing the boundaries of what's possible on screen. Of course, not all directors are fans of improvisation. Some prefer to stick to the script, fearing that too much improvisation will throw off the pacing or tone of a scene. Others welcome it with open arms, knowing that the best moments in film and television often happen when actors are given the freedom to play. Movies and TV shows have the power to transport us into magical worlds of love and romance, where everything seems perfect and everyone lives happily ever after. We watch as the lead characters meet and fall in love, overcoming all obstacles to be together. We root for them, we cry with them, and we laugh with them. The truth is, movies and TV shows often distort our understanding of love and relationships. They create an unrealistic image of what love should look like and what it takes to make a relationship work. We see couples who never fight, and who seem to be on the same page about everything. But in real life, relationships are much more complicated than that. In movies and TV shows, we also see the idea that love conquers all. That if two people love each other, nothing else matters. But in reality, love is not enough to sustain a relationship. It takes communication, compromise, and hard work to make a relationship work. We rarely see these elements portrayed in movies and TV shows. Another problem with the way love and relationships are portrayed in movies and TV shows is that they often promote the idea of the one. The idea that there is only one person out there for us, and if we don't find that person, we will never be truly happy. This is a dangerous myth because it puts pressure on us to find our soulmate and can lead to disappointment and unhappiness if we don't. Movies and TV shows also tend to romanticize unhealthy relationship behaviors, such as jealousy and possessiveness. We see characters who are overly jealous or controlling and are portrayed as being passionately in love. This sends the message that these behaviors are normal and acceptable in a relationship, which is far from the truth. Another way that love is portrayed in movies and TV shows is as an all-consuming passion that takes over the characters' lives. We see characters who are willing to do anything for love, including sacrificing their own well-being or breaking the law. While this can make for an exciting storyline, it's not a healthy way to approach relationships. Love in movies and TV shows is often portrayed as a magical force that can conquer all obstacles and bring two people together in a perfect romance. We see love stories that span generations, that are forbidden by society or culture, and that overcome impossible odds. In many romantic movies, we see a formulaic storyline that involves the two main characters meeting and falling in love, facing a conflict or challenge that threatens their relationship, and then ultimately finding a way to be together. This storyline can be comforting to watch because it gives us hope that true love can conquer all. However, it's important to recognize that the love stories we see on screen are often exaggerated or idealized versions of what real-life relationships are like. In real life, relationships involve much more than just love. They require trust, communication, and compromise, and they are often messy and complicated. Acting is often considered to be one of the most glamorous professions in the world. From red carpet events to high-budget film sets, actors are constantly in the limelight. However, the art of acting is much more than just putting on a costume and delivering lines. It's about embodying a character, becoming someone entirely different from oneself. The process of transforming into a character can be a daunting task for even the most experienced actors. It requires a deep understanding of the character's personality, motivations, and emotions. The actor must be able to fully immerse themselves in the character's world and portray their thoughts and actions with authenticity. The pressure of performing under tight deadlines and with a team of crew members watching can be overwhelming. The need to deliver a convincing performance every time can take a toll on an actor's mental and physical health. The constant pressure to meet expectations can be exhausting, and many actors struggle to maintain their focus and energy throughout the filming process. Despite these challenges, the rewards of embodying a character can be immense. When an actor successfully transforms into a character, they bring a unique perspective to the role that can captivate audiences and leave a lasting impression. The ability to transport viewers into a different world and evoke strong emotions is what makes acting such a powerful art form. However, the difficulty of transforming into a character can vary depending on the type of role and the actor's experience. For example, some actors may find it easier to transform into a character that shares similar traits or experiences as themselves. Many actors find the process of transforming into a character to be one of the most rewarding aspects of their profession. It allows them to explore different aspects of themselves and to connect with the world around them in a unique way. The process of transformation can also be therapeutic for actors, allowing them to explore complex emotions and experiences that they may not have had the opportunity to otherwise. Costumes are an essential aspect of movies and series. They add to the overall visual appeal of the production, and they also help the audience connect with the characters and the story. Costume designers play an important role in the production process. They start their work by researching the time period, setting, and characters to create authentic and believable costumes. They consider the fabrics, colors, and functionality of each costume, taking into account the character's personality and the story's requirements. Costumes can be used to transport the audience to different time periods, and even alternate universes. They can create a sense of nostalgia or fear and can help the audience understand the character's motivations and personality. For example, in a medieval-themed movie, the costumes can help the audience understand the social hierarchy of the time. The royalty would wear elaborate and expensive clothing, while the peasants would wear simple garments. The costumes can also help establish the setting, making it easier for the audience to immerse themselves in the story. In a sci-fi movie, costumes can also be used to represent the futuristic world and culture of the story's setting. The costumes can reflect the advanced technology, alien races, and societal norms of the world the characters inhabit. They can range from sleek, metallic jumpsuits to elaborate, alien-inspired clothing. The futuristic costumes can also help create a sense of awe and wonder, transporting the audience to a world beyond our own. Superhero movie costumes are designed not only to reflect the character's superpowers but also to visually communicate their persona. The costumes can establish the character's identity, values, and motivations. For example, a superhero wearing a dark, brooding costume may signify their serious and focused personality. In contrast, a brightly colored costume may represent a more cheerful and optimistic personality. The design of the costume can also convey the character's cultural background, heritage, or personal preferences. Furthermore, costumes can also be used to create a sense of irony or humor in the story. A character wearing a costume that is unexpected or out of place can add to the comedic effect of a scene. Filming safety is not just a matter of ticking boxes or following a set of rules. It's about ensuring that every member is able to work with complete peace of mind, knowing that their well-being is being taken care of. In the fast-paced and dynamic world of filmmaking, safety is crucial, and it can't be compromised. Think of it this way: you're on set, the cameras are rolling, and the actors are performing a particularly intense scene. Suddenly, you hear a loud crash, and you turn to see that a light has fallen from the ceiling, narrowly missing one of the actors. It's a heart-stopping moment, and it's one that no one wants to experience. That's why filming safety is so important. It's about creating an environment where accidents like this simply don't happen. It's about making sure that every piece of equipment is secure, every wire is properly insulated, and every crew member is trained to react quickly and effectively in an emergency. But filming safety isn't just about preventing accidents. It's also about creating an atmosphere where creativity can thrive. When you know that your safety is being taken care of, you're free to focus on your craft, whether that's acting, directing, or operating a camera. You can push yourself to new heights, knowing that you're in good hands. It's also essential that all crew members are properly trained and qualified for their roles. For example, camera operators should be trained in working at height and using harnesses, while electricians should be trained in working with electricity safely. By ensuring that everyone is properly trained, the risk of accidents and injuries can be greatly reduced. Making a film is no small feat. From the scriptwriting to the casting, every step requires effort and, of course, money. And as we all know, the bigger the film, the bigger the budget. But with the rise of indie films and the democratization of filmmaking equipment, is it possible to make films cheaper without compromising on quality? Let's take a look at some of the costs that go into making a film. First and foremost, there's the cost of talent. A-list actors and directors don't come cheap, and their salaries can account for a significant portion of the budget. Then there are the production costs, costumes, sets, special effects, and so on. And let's not forget about the marketing costs, which can easily run into the millions of dollars. But perhaps the biggest game changer in making films cheaper has been the rise of digital technology. With the advent of affordable digital cameras and editing software, filmmakers no longer need to rely on expensive film stock or post-production facilities. This has opened up a whole new world of possibilities for independent filmmakers who can now produce high-quality films with relatively low budgets. Of course, there will always be big-budget blockbusters that require millions of dollars to make. But the democratization of filmmaking has given rise to a new generation of filmmakers who are using creativity and resourcefulness to produce films that are just as compelling, if not more so, than their big-budget counterparts. Moreover, making films cheaper doesn't necessarily mean sacrificing artistic vision. In fact, having a limited budget can force filmmakers to be more creative and think outside the box. They can explore unconventional storytelling methods, use practical effects instead of expensive CGI, and rely on sound design to create atmosphere instead of expensive set pieces. This can lead to films that are more original and memorable, as they stand out from the crowd of big-budget blockbusters. Hollywood studios tend to play it safe and stick to tried-and-true formulas, as they are reluctant to invest millions of dollars in untested concepts. But indie filmmakers can afford to take chances and push the boundaries of the medium. This can lead to groundbreaking films that challenge our assumptions and expand our horizons. Have you ever stopped to wonder where all the money comes from to bring your favorite TV shows and films to life? It's a question that's puzzled many, and the answer is both fascinating and surprising. First off, it's important to understand that making a TV show or film is no small feat. It takes a lot of time, effort, and, of course, money. So, where does that money come from? One source is the studios themselves. Many studios have financial backing to fund their own productions. They can afford to invest millions of dollars into a single project and hope to see a return on their investment in the form of box office receipts or streaming revenue. Another source is independent financiers. These are wealthy individuals or companies that invest in films or TV shows in the hopes of making a profit. They often have a passion for the arts and are willing to take a risk on a project they believe in. Many of them are financed by production companies who then sell the rights to networks and streaming platforms. This can involve a complex web of negotiations and deals. For example, a production company might approach channels with a pilot episode, hoping to secure funding for a full series. If the network is interested, they might offer a licensing fee or agree to co-finance the project. Alternatively, some shows are financed entirely by a streaming platform, such as Netflix or Amazon Prime, who then retain the rights to the show. Another way that filmmakers can finance their projects is through film festivals. Many festivals offer financing opportunities or connections to potential investors for winning films. Additionally, a film that receives positive buzz at a festival can generate interest from distributors who might be willing to finance a wider release. Of course, some of the biggest productions in TV and film are financed by major studios with deep pockets. These studios have access to vast sums of money and can afford to take on the financial risk of producing big-budget films and TV shows. However, even studios have to carefully consider which projects they choose to finance, as there is no guarantee of a return on their investment. The movie industry is a bustling hive of activity, with countless individuals working tirelessly behind the scenes to bring stories to life on the big screen. It's a massive undertaking, and a huge team of people is necessary to ensure everything runs smoothly. But what exactly goes into the production of a film and series? A film crew is made up of a multitude of departments, each with its own specific tasks and responsibilities. From production design to costume and makeup, from cinematography to sound design, there are countless elements that need to be taken care of in order to create a successful film. And each department has its own team of skilled professionals, all working in unison to make the vision of the director a reality. It's a bit like a well-oiled machine, with each individual part working in harmony with the others. But it's not just about everyone doing their own thing. Communication is key. Every department must be in constant contact with one another to ensure everything is cohesive and working towards the same goal. And it's not just the different departments that need to be in sync. The director and producer must also work closely together to ensure the film or series stays on track and meets their vision. There's a real sense of camaraderie amongst film crews. With long hours and tight deadlines, it's important for everyone to be able to rely on each other and work together as a team. And with the adrenaline rush that comes with the excitement of creating something special, it's not uncommon to see smiles on everyone's faces, even after a grueling day on set. It's not just the actors that bring a film or series to life. It's the army of skilled professionals working behind the scenes, each doing their own part to create something truly special. It's a massive undertaking, but with the right team and the right attitude, anything is possible. And let's not forget the countless hours of pre-production work that go into a film before a single camera is even turned on. From scriptwriting to casting, location scouting to storyboard creation, the preparation stage is just as important as the actual filming. Without a solid plan in place, a film can quickly fall apart, and that's where the expertise of the producers and other pre-production staff comes in. As the filming process comes to a close, the post-production team takes over. This is where the footage is edited, special effects are added, and the sound design is finalized. It's a crucial stage, and one that can often make or break a film. In the end, a successful film is the result of countless hours of hard work and dedication from a huge team of people. From the pre-production stage to the final edit, every department must work together in order to create something truly special. And while it's not always easy, the end result is more than worth it.